Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1969 Seattle Pilots What If scenario. Today's matchup is between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Pilots at Sick's Stadium. On the mound for the Yankees today is Fred Talbot, making his season debut. And pitching for the Seattle Pilots today is Marty Pattin, also making his season debut. And so we're coming off a 9-7 victory. We scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning. I don't know how we're doing it. We were down 6-0 in that ball game after 3. We brought in Gene Brabender, and he completely shut down the Red Sox. A disappointing start for Bob Meyer, who I really felt like could be the ace of our staff, but he was terrible. Basically couldn't get through 2 innings, and we yanked him. And then we just fought back. I mean, our offense, we're batting .290 as a team, but our team ERA is 6.16 through the first series versus the Red Sox. And, you know, admittedly, the Red Sox were not a great team at the end of the decade of the 60s, and neither are the Yankees as we face New York, making our home opener today. Before we get started with the game, let's take a quick look at Sick's Stadium. We're going to go into the stadium editor. And as I mentioned before, much I guess completely opposite of what I did with the 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. I have not altered any of the stadium effects. So we're looking at Sick's Stadium. It opened in 1938. You got to keep in mind this was a minor league stadium all the way up until 1969. The Seattle Rainiers were the team before the Pilots took over. It's an open structure, natural grass, fan base negative 35%. They're apathetic. We got to change that. It's actually the worst. I've never really looked at these before. We got a lot of work to do there. Aloof. That's kind of how I would describe myself. Definitely, I'm not apathetic, though. The capacity of the stadium is 18,000. As I mentioned on opening day, the stadium did expand to 25,000. So I don't think I'm going to change that, though. I think I'll probably just let that go. And then when we get to the 1970 season, I will update it to the 30,000, which is what they had projected to get the seating to be. So you take a look here at the playing field, the infield qualities average. Grass is medium, visibility average, foul ground is small. It is a minor league stadium after all. Here's the dimensions of Sick's Stadium. Left field is 305, so pretty good chance of hitting a home run to left. Left center is 350, which is pretty short, right? I mean, most alleys are 375 at least. Center field is 402, and you can see in right field the fence is at 320. The pole's at 320. Here's the stadium effects. Home runs by lefties, 7% more likely. By righties, 6% more likely. Hits by lefties and righties, right at league average. Doubles, just a tick above average. Triples, 11% less likely. Strikeouts, right around average. Double plays, a little less likely. And errors, right at the league average. The park factor overall is at league average. So, home runs, we don't have much of a home run hitting team, but that is something we might be able to take advantage of. So let's go ahead and get started with the Seattle Pilots opening day at home. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel as the game is saving. There we go. Let's take a look here. We have got Marty Pattin on the mound. We're going to talk about Marty Pattin here momentarily. He's making his first appearance of the year. Everyone is available with the exception of Gene Brabender. who was absolutely awesome in relief. If you look at Brabender and Jerry Stevenson, these are the guys that at the end of the month might step into the rotation for Gary Ding Dong Bell and Bob Meyer if they don't straighten things out here. Okay, let's take a look at the lineup versus the right-hander Fred Talbot. We got Tommy Harper back in there starting in right field. Fred Stanley's going to play short, and we're going to move Ray Oyler to second base since he is our best defensive second baseman. We did make a trade yesterday, and one of those players that we received was Van Kelly. Van Kelly could play second base, and he can play it very well. So we're going to try to work him in, and if he proves to be good with his bat, he might become our everyday second baseman, bar none. So, all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the New York Yankees lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing center field is Dick Simpson. And you can see the 1969 baseball cards up there in the box. Batting second in left field is Roy White. Batting third in right field is Bobby Murcer. Batting cleanup at first base is Tony Solaita. Batting fifth, playing third base is Bobby Cox. Batting sixth and catching is Jake Gibbs. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Elia. And batting eighth, playing second base is Horace Clarke, with Fred Talbot batting ninth and pitching today. Okay, let's take a look at Marty Pattin. Marty Pattin making his first start. You see, in 1968, he had 4 starts and 52 appearances for the California Angels. He went 4-4 with a 2.79 ERA. Of course, we got Pattin in the expansion draft. And in 1969, in real life for the Pilots, he went 7-12 with 27 games started with a 5.62 ERA. So not nearly as effective as he was with the Angels. He had 126 strikeouts in 159 innings pitched. His nickname is Duck because he used to do a fantastic Donald Duck imitation. Overall, he is fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 40.8%. He's got a 4-seam fastball, rated an 84, and a curveball just below average. Overall, rated an 80. The 25-year-old righty is making $15.5. He goes to arbitration next year. He had a nice long career. His final year was in 1980 for the Kansas City Royals. So there's our defense. As you can see, 6 Stadium. They have the background as Safeco Park, but our defense kind of lacking with Harper in right, and we've got Fred Stanley there. That's I'm sorry, not Fred Stanley. Oh yeah, Roy Oyler at second base. Stanley's at short. Okay, here is Dick Simpson leading off against Marty Pattin. 0-2 count, and he strikes out. Dick Simpson, 1 down. Good start for Pattin, 3 pitches, and he strikes him out. So 1 down. Here is Roy White. Batting .400, has 2 home runs already. Gets a base hit. Back through the middle infield. And the runner on first. That's going to bring up Bobby Murcer. Bobby Mercer's got some serious pop. Rated an 84, and Roy White steals second base. So that's his second stolen base on the year. Looks like he's got some good power speed numbers. And White is in scoring position now for Bobby Murcer. 2-1 count and a base hit to left. So once again, we're down early, and an error by our left fielder, Hegan, allows Murcer to advance. When we have such a defensive liability on the right side, it's so vital that these other guys pull their weight. And Hegan lets us down there. So Murcer on second. Here is, I believe Tony Solaita is a rookie. No, he did get one at bat with the Yankees. This is his rookie baseball card, though, for the Royals. He did not have a rookie card until 1975. All right, Tony Solaita, 2-1 count, and a ground ball to third. Snagged by our third baseman, Rollins. Murcer holds at second. So, 2 down. Here is Hall of Famer Bobby Cox, Hall of Fame as a manager. But he is part of the, the Tops rookie team. So, runner on second, 2 down, and Cox dumps it into left center field. It will be caught by Hegan. Yankees get on the board, though, thanks to the error. And it is 1-0 New York. Let's go ahead and do the Pilots lineup rundown. Batting leadoff in right field is Tommy Harper. Batting second, in left field is Mike Hegan. Batting third at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting cleanup playing first base is Don Mincher. Batting fifth and catching is Jerry McNertney. Batting sixth in center field is Wayne Comer. Batting seventh at shortstop is Fred Stanley. And batting eighth, playing second base today is Ray Oyler, with Marty Pattin in the ninth spot and pitching today. Let's take a look at Fred Talbot. Fred Talbot, as you can see here, has already had a pretty decent career up to this point. And mid-season 1969, in real life, the Yankees traded Fred Talbot to the Pilots for Jack Acker, a pitcher who's in our bullpen right now. He went 5-8. Talbot did, with a 4.16 ERA for the Pilots in 1969. And then before the trade deadline, the Pilots turned around and traded him to Oakland. So Talbot pitched for 3 teams. And you know who we got back for Fred Talbot from Oakland? We got Bob Meyer, yesterday's starting pitcher. So I don't know why Bob Meyer's on the team, but we're missing other players. It's unfortunate. And then that was the last full season for Fred Talbot. He pitched in 1 game for Oakland in 1970, and then his career was over. I tried to look up to see if he, retired due to injury, and I couldn't find any information on the reason for his retirement, but he was only 28 years old. His fastball tops out at 91 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 40.8. His fastball is his best pitch. It's rated an 84. He's also got a pretty decent screwball. Overall, he's only rated a 74. The 27-year-old righty goes to arbitration at the end of the season. Okay, so there is the Yankees defense. Their shortstop is weak. That is Elia, who is normally, he is normally a shortstop. That is his best spot. All right. And left field and right field, both excellent defensively. Okay, here's Tommy Harper leading off the bottom of the first. Fred Talbot's a sidearm pitcher. I did not know that. As Harper pops it up to third. Play made by Bobby Cox. 1 down. Next man up is Mike Hegan. Sharply hit ground ball to second, where Horace Clarke makes the play. And that will bring up Rich Rollins. If you didn't get a chance to look at the comments for yesterday's game, one of our viewers, Jay, had this really fantastic story about Rich Rollins, where he created a baseball card, much like we do for our channel, and had it created and sent to Rich Rollins to be autographed. And because it wasn't an authentic baseball card, he burnt it and sent it back to him unsigned. Great story. It's more depth if you take a look at the description from yesterday. So Rich Rollins, kind of a dick. Strikes out looking here. He didn't like me telling that story about him. We go to the top of the second inning with Jake Gibbs leading off. Gibbs, solid catcher for the Yankees. Here he walks. Hey, at least we got to the second inning before we issued a walk. Our pitching staff has given up more walks than strikeouts so far, which is never a good thing. As the catcher steals second base. Come on. So that is his first stolen base of the season, as you might expect. I would love to pull the outfield in this situation, but they've taken that away from me, and I guess I'm okay with that. Ground ball to second. There's Oyler up with it. Only play was to first. So we've got Gibbs on third with Horace Clarke up. And the pitcher on deck. I think we've got to pull the infield in. Try to prevent Gibbs from scoring, and then the pitcher's up, so we might be in good shape if we can hold Clarke here. Here we go. Horace Clarke, 2-1 count, ripped to right. Caught, but Gibbs will score. And it's 2-0 Yankees. Pilots always playing from behind. The pitcher Talbot strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the second. We're down 2, and we've got Don Mincher batting .600. Yet to hit a home run, though. Rips it into right center field. It will be caught. There's one down. I don't feel like there's a lot of sidearm starting pitchers in baseball history. I'm not sure. Fred Talbot made 33 starts with the Kansas City Athletics. So I guess he did a little bit of both. There's Jerry McNertney dumping it over the third baseman's head down the left field line for a base hit. So McNertney batting .412 with 2 home runs now. He's been a nice surprise. I mean, any of these players, with the exception of Harper, I couldn't have told you one thing about them. Maybe Ray Oyler, since he played for the Tigers, but these other guys, I have no idea. So whatever the results are, if they're positive, I feel good about it. As Comer lines out to short. That's 2 down. Here's Fred Stanley. We're trying to make Fred Stanley work for us as he gets a base hit into center field. That is his 3rd career hit. He's 3 for 8 on the season. And we've got a runner in scoring position, but Ray Oyler is up. Oyler 0 for 7. He did have a suicide squeeze yesterday that was good enough that tied the ball game at 6. So he did cap off the comeback, but he has yet to get a hit. And he walks, so the bases are loaded. And Marty Pattin is up. Pattin, not a great hitter, batted .083 in those 52 appearances for the Angels last year. Well, see if he can put the ball in play. 3-1 count, and he walks! So an RBI for Pattin. He gets the first pitcher's RBI in Seattle Pilots history, I suppose, in this rewrite that we're doing. Okay, now we've got Tommy Harper up. This is the guy you want in this spot. Base is loaded for Tommy Harper. Full count, right down the middle, and a ground ball to second. And that will do it. So we get on the board. We definitely find a way to fight back. We go to the top of the third, and the leadoff man, Dick Simpson, is up. Simpson, White, and Murcer. 2-0 count to Simpson. That's a base hit in the center field. Pattin up to 32 pitches here in this third. Runner on first, here's Roy White. White had a base hit first time up. Pulls it into right field. That should be catchable for Harper. He does make the catch. Simpson, by the way, 92 speed. He may be going with a left-hander up. It's Bobby Murcer. Murcer only 2 for 8 on the year. He's hit up the middle. Oh man, our starting pitchers are just not good so far. First and second. 1 out. Here's Tony Solaita. He's 0 for 7. He's due. Yep, there it is. Simpson will score easily, and it's 3-1. New York. Oh man, we need to get a ground ball here. We need to turn 2 as Bobby Cox is up. I don't think of Bobby Cox as a player, but he was a rookie in '68. You see the rookie of the year, not the rookie of the year, the rookie designated trophy. And I guess he was pretty solid. Only batted .229 though. Okay, runner on first and second, 1 down, 1-2 count, and he strikes him out. Third K for Pattin. That will bring up the catcher, Jake Gibbs with 2 down. Ground ball to short, and Stanley makes the play. So the Yankees have scored each of their half innings. You go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-1, New York. Mike Hegan leading off. It looks like an infield single toward 3rd. It is, so Hegan gets the 3rd Pilot's hit, and the leadoff man is on it for Rich Rollins. Now Rollins, he can hit and run. That has been his strength so far. Hegan's got good speed. What happened? Ground ball in front of home plate. The catcher, Gibbs, pounces on it. And his only play is to first, so Hegan advances to second. So once again, we have a runner in scoring position, and Don Mincher, he is our main RBI guy. He's got 5 so far. Ground ball to 3rd. That's the worst place to hit it. Out number 2. That will leave it up to Jerry McNertney to get a rally going here. High fly ball to center. Deep. 382 feet to center field. We're going to the 4th inning. Pilots are down 2. Here's Elia. It's the bottom 3rd of the lineup due up. Elia. Fly ball. In shallow left field. Rollins makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Horace Clarke. Clarke. Flying out to center. So 2 quick outs for Pattin. We could use a 1-2-3 inning. And the pitcher, Fred Talbot, on the 3-1 count, he was swinging, grounding out to short. So a good inning finally for Pattin. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Wayne Comer is leading off, batting .250. Yeah, that's sidearm delivery. Fooling the batters so far as he pops up on the infield for 1 out. Next up, Fred Stanley, who walks. That is the 3rd walk for Talbot. Oh, man. What is Gibbs' arm strength? 81, so just average. Only 59% chance to steal second. Okay, well, I mean, Ray Oyler, he's due for a hit. This could be it. It's not. He strikes out for out number 2. And let's see if Pattin can make something happen. He's already got the only RBI today. He lines out to second. And that'll do it for the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Pattin at 61 pitches. He's kind of pulled it together a little bit. Although we are 3rd time through the lineup as Dick Simpson leads off. Yep. Line drive, home run to right field. That is Dick Simpson's 1st home run of the season. He's never had more than 4 home runs. Not true. He had 6 last year combined, and yet his power is an 86. 4-1, New York. Here's Roy White. Ground ball to second. Good play by Oyler. 1 out for Bobby Murcer. Murcer strikes out swinging. 4 Ks for Pattin. Pattin putting up maybe the second best pitching performance, starting pitching performance. First time through the rotation anyway. And then Solaita grounds out to second. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hey man, we're still in it. Well, that's the one thing we've learned so far is we do have some fight in us. 15,000 fans in the stadium. In the stadium, they're going wild. Here's Mike Hegan. I mean, 15,000 fans. That's not even a basketball stadium. As Hegan lines out to center. 2 outs for Rich Rollins. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And a ground ball to second. Good solid defense here from the Yankees. We're going to the 6th inning. Now, Pattin's endurance is only 59. It's not great. I'd like to get one more inning out of him. Here's Bobby Cox. He's 0 for 2 today. And he walks. Damn it. All right. Runner on first. Catcher. Jake Gibbs up. 2-2 count. Ground ball, base hit. And Pattin is tired. Good hustle by Cox going to third. Pulling the infield in. Here's Elia, 1 for 9 on the season. And he's going to dump it into right center field. Oh, it's going to be caught. Deep enough, though, for Cox to score. And it's now 5-1. You have the number 8 hitter, Horace Clarke, and then the pitcher up. So I'd like to see Pattin get through this. Horace Clarke puts a charge into it. Whoa, caught right before the warning track for out number 2. And then here's Talbot. Striking out swinging. So, I mean, it could be worse, right? We got 6 innings out of Pattin giving up 5 runs. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here is Don Mincher leading off. Mincher 0 for 2 today. Flips it to left. Play made by Roy White. Jerry McNertney's up. He's got 1 of the 3 hits. Lining out to third. And Wayne Comer. Ground ball to first. Wow. Who would have thought that Talbot, who is going to be out of baseball next year, would absolutely be crushing it. 100 pitches for Marty Pattin. So we have to give him a little bit of credit, right? So let's bring in Jack Acker, basically because he's thrown the least amount of innings. As I mentioned, he was the pitcher traded for Marty Pattin. There's Jack Acker for you, with the airbrushed S on the hat. Still looks pretty cool, though. I like that. All right. Dick Simpson leading off. Wow, 4th time through the lineup here in the 7th inning. Acker gets Simpson to hit a ground ball to second. There's 1 out. Up next is Roy White. 3-1 count. He pops it up. That could have been ball 4. Too close to take, I suppose. 2 quick outs for Acker. That's what we needed here as Bobby Murcer steps up. And a ground ball to second. Okay. So a solid job at second base today for Oyler. He's due up this inning, so we'll pinch hit for him with the new guy. As Fred Stanley, he's 1 for 1 today with a walk. Talbot only at 83 pitches. Hey, there's another base hit for Stanley. So he wants to stick around. He knows his job is kind of in jeopardy. Do we want to go for 2? We don't. We're down a bunch here. So Ray Oyler still yet to get a hit. Okay, we're going to bring in Van Kelly. He's a lefty. Bats lefty. Throws righty. You take a look there. Not a lot to see. 1968, he was in Triple-A. And pretty solid. I mean, this guy could be a good acquisition for us. If he can hit, then I'll play him every day. Can't hit and run. We just got to let him take a cut. He is a lefty, so that may be to his advantage. He walks. And they're going to pull the third baseman in. We're going to have to pinch hit. And you know who's come in? Isn't Steve Hovley. We'll pinch hit for Jack Acker. This guy's been amazing. I think he's only had one start for us, but he's pinch hit every game. He's got 3 ribbies. Walked twice, has not struck out. So he's going to put the ball in play, I have a feeling. First and second, nobody out. Remember, we keep coming back. Ground ball up the middle. That could be 2. Oh, they only get the force out at second. So now it's first and third. 1 down and Tommy Harper up. Now, Tommy Harper is a contact hitter. We're going to hit and run with him here. This should work. First pitch swinging. And a base hit to left. Stanley scores. We'll hold Hovley. It's 5-2, and one swing of the bat from Hegan can tie the ball game up. Hegan, below average power. So we're not going to count on that, but he does put the ball in play. 2-2 count. Oh, he strikes out on a screwball that almost hit him in the waist. And that will leave it up to Rich Rollins, who's having a bad day today. He's 0 for 3 with a K. Still batting .360 on the season. And he pokes it to first for out number 3. All right. All right, let's take a look at our defense here. We're going to put Hovley in right. And Kelly is now at second. Everybody else is good. Harper's coming out of the ball game. And we need a new pitcher. We got some lefties coming up, and that means John Morris will get into the ball game. J-Mo, he has not been good. Look at his log. He's the first guy we're going to look at his log. It's unimpressive. Yeah, he's given up runs in 2 of his 3 appearances, but he did get the first victory in Seattle history. So, all right, here we go. Defensively, much better now. Here's Tony Solaita. And a base hit. Down the right field line, all the way to the wall. Wow! Solaita, not good speed, so I guess he has to hold at first. Good job by Hovley getting it in quickly. Played the carom right. That's another hit. Okay. So John Morris is just not a guy you can count on. I mean, his rating is 72. He's not great. This is his last batter here. It's, Jake Gibbs. Fly ball to right center. Solaita, will he tag here? No, he does not. He does not tag. So John Morris, not great. We're going to bring in, we're going to bring in Diego Segui and save Jerry Stevenson. We may need him if we go into extra innings. But Diego had a bad first game. He did give us 3 innings in that opening day debacle. He was solid. All right, here we go. We need a ground ball here. Elia up, and he's going to walk him. God bless it. 4 straight fastballs, and the bases are loaded for Clarke. Well, now I could pull the outfield in? Is that because there's a runner on third? Well, I mean, it's good to know it's available. But yes, we will be pulling the outfield in. Well, that might work. Fly ball to right. Solaita with his 64 speed. And Joe Pepitone will come in and pinch hit. Oh, man, Joe Pepitone. This guy's got some pop. Rated a 90. Why is he not playing first base? Because of Tony Solaita? Come on. Joe Pepitone should be in there, but for some reason, everybody thinks he's a 76 rating. Okay, this is going to be tough. This could pretty much wreck it for us here. We're leaving Diego Segui in there. Nothing we can do. 0-1 count. Ground ball to third. Just step on the bag. He does. And we get out of there without giving up a run. That's amazing. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're down 3 runs. They're going to bring in Steve Hamilton, who is, at least was, their closer at one point. I don't know if he's got 2 saves, so he's closing this year. Yankees are 3-0, by the way. They have not lost. And that's looking to stay. Unless we can get a rally going. Don Mincher having a bad game today. I believe he's now 0 for 4. That'll bring up Jerry McNertney. Oh, was that a knuckleball? I guess that was a knuckleball. As McNertney grounds out to second. And here is Wayne Comer on the knuckleball. He walks. If it's high, let it fly, but he let that one go. All right, so Fred Stanley's up. Stanley's got 2 of the 5 hits today. And a ground ball to second. We go to the 9th inning. All right, it's back to the top of the lineup for the Yankees. Diego Segui coming out to throw another inning here. And he walks another batter. Man, I don't get it. He's got 5 walks. He threw 32 base on balls in 68 in 83 innings, and now he's got 5 and 6 and 6 hits. I mean, his command is 73. I don't get it. I don't get the ratings. Okay, so a runner on first. Nobody out, of course. Here's Roy White. He walks in too. So, all right, I give up. Bobby Murcer sends it to right center field. Called at the wall. Simpson of tags goes to third. Got to pull the infield in for Tony Solaita. That walk. 4 walks for Segui because, yeah, that's what he does apparently. Infield in. And a base hit. That'll score a couple. There's Jake Gibbs. Ground ball to third. And then so Segui walks 4. It's 7-2. Here's Van Kelly. First at bat as a Pilot. Oh, I gotta see if I can find a card for him. He walks. I feel like there's something really off in this game. Like the walk. I mean, our team is bad. Our pitching staff is not good. But this is not right. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, Mike Hegan gets a base hit. Will Kelly score? He does. It's 7-3. And Rich Rahl pops it up. So we're going to lose this one 7-3. A real bummer. A real slog of a game. Yankees go to 4-0. And we are 2-3. Let's take a look at the standings. Yeah, I mean, what's there really to say at this point? And while St. Louis is 4-0. Nice. Okay, let's take a look at headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. New York's Cardwell to miss 4 weeks. Oh, so the Mets lose their pitcher, Don Cardwell, for a month. A broken collarbone today while warming up. Was he trying to tackle the bullpen coach? I don't. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. Transactions. And we're going to see about Cardwell here. You see the trades from yesterday, and there's Don Cardwell's injury. He did get a chance to make one start, and he was pretty good in that. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. It's going to be a long season, folks, if this is what we're going to have to deal with pitching. It's not like I can just go out there and trade for Sandy Koufax. So we're going to have to put up with some real bullshit here. As I believe every game but one, we've walked more than we've struck out, which is just doesn't make any sense. Player of the game, let's give it to Mike Hegan, who had 2 hits, drove in a run. Oh, he made an error though. That sucked. We could give it to Fred Stanley, but he didn't drive in a run. So, we're going to give it to Mike Hegan. Marty Pattin, he pitched okay as starters go, I suppose. And then Diego Segui is useless to us. There's nothing that he could do to help us. So that's a real bummer. Fred Talbot gets the win. And Steve Hamilton gets his 3rd save of the year. So that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series against the Yanks. Until then, everyone have a great night.